My bad, y'all. But like I was trying to say, yeah, like everybody is in review right now. Everything that has happened in the course of your life and in your lifetimes, period, is like in review right now. So it's like, especially, let me say this, with it being the 12/12 portal and the last portal of the decade, it's like with that happening, A, and then B, all the other planets went direct except for Uranus. So it's like right now in these last, I feel like couple of days of the decade is like crunch time, right? So not only is everything in your entire life and lifetimes being reviewed in your physical body, also your higher self and your spiritual gang. Everything is being reassessed. But then it's also like with all these other planets going direct, it's like you have clarity in every aspect of your life. You feel me? With all the other planets going direct right after this 12/12 portal, or in the midst of this 12/12 portal energy type shit. You know what I mean? So it's like everything is it's a light being shined on every single thing, like every aspect of your life, period. Which is why everything is being assessed and reassessed, and you looking at shit that you ain't looked at in years and shit like that. Like all of this shit is happening for a reason, right? And it's crazy because I did a personal read earlier, and in the personal read, it took us a long time to get through everything in the past before we could even get to the things that were coming for her in 2020. And I feel like that's what's going on globally right now. That's just like the universal energies in this bitch. Like, so I am gonna break this shit down to see exactly what source has to say to whoever needs to hear it type shit. But I just wanted to put that shit out on the table before I even broke the cards out, because I feel like that is a major thing that's going on right now. Like, it's no way for you to get away from that. So I feel like a lot of y'all is dealing with a lot of impulsive energy, right? It's a lot of shit that you're doing that you like, what? Why the fuck am I doing this? Why the fuck am I saying this? It's kind of like you just right now. It's like your physical is on autopilot type shit, and it's like if you're trying to figure out why certain things are happening, you're coming up clueless. But it's like intuitively, you know you're doing the right thing, but when you try to figure it out on an intellectual level, you can't really figure it out. Let me tell you why, my G. With this 12/12 portal and with all the other planets going direct, it's like even the shit you was trying not to figure out is coming to light. So it's like even if you're not aware of that shit on a conscious level, your higher self, your subconscious mind, right, your soul is going through those changes, my G. So it's like your steps and shit is being guided. You might not even understand it or know it. Sometimes you might be questioning it, like why the fuck did I say that? Why the fuck did I do that type shit? But it's for a much higher purpose, a much bigger picture, my G. So just trust that shit and fall in line. That's what the fuck I just heard. So I don't know how you take that, but I just heard take the steps and fall in line. Okay, okay. So we're gonna break this thing down first off with the right away. Right away, right away. Alright. So let me just say this. This shit right here is just a pre-shuffle. I know that was a long ass intro because there was a specific channel message that was coming through. Now hold on, this card flipped but flipped back. So it wanted to come out but it didn't. The Lovers card. Wanted to come out but it didn't. Also, let's say this. The Lovers card is a representation of Gemini energy. What was the 12/12 portal? Right? It was the moon transitioning into Gemini. The moon, the sun, whatever you want to, however you want to look at it. 12/12 portal was Gemini energy being introduced into the universe at this time for a specific reason. Boom, the Lovers card. Look at the godly entity here. Look at how her hair is flying up. It's like, yes, that's how that 12/12 portal felt like. Like it blew the back off of it. Blew somebody's motherfucking muffin cap back blue. Okay? It did. That's what the fuck it did. Five of Pentacles out cold. So, I'm being drawn to this dude. Like, he's looking up here at these Five of Pentacles, but nonetheless, he's out here cold with a broken leg on crutches. It's like you taking the steps that are being given to you, but you're like, why? Remember, like I was saying, like, why did I say that? Why did I do that? So, whoever you are watching this video, you're watching it because you have felt like, I feel like, okay, I'm seeing it right now. It was some type of altercation between you and someone else, or a conflict between you and a certain belief set, something like that, right? Something that transpired in this conflict or this confrontation, my nigga, you second guessed yourself on that shit. Like, why the fuck did I say that? Why the fuck did I do that? That shit got me out cold. But even though this may be how you feeling right now, it's like Source is trying to tell you your steps was guided, my G. I told you to do that. That's why the fuck you did it. You know, I didn't trust you to say it or do it, so I sent your higher self in there to say it or do it. That's why your actual 3D physical self is questioning it now. Like, why the fuck did I say that? Why the fuck did I do that? Because you had, in your physical 3D world, in the situation, you had no control over what the things you were saying or what the things you was doing. Period. You didn't, because your own spiritual gang didn't trust you to get that shit done, so they sent in your higher self. Now you're like, wait, hold on. Do I get a second option? Like, can I rethink that? Source is telling you, no, you don't. And whatever you said or did, that was it. That was what needed to be done to set your path out moving forward. So, no, you can't go back and make that choice over. And that's probably why your spiritual gang didn't trust you, my nigga. Sus, that's why they didn't trust you. Ten of Wands. They didn't trust you because you're not even seeing it as a burden. You just want to push forward with these 10 wands because you feel like it's beneficial. That's why now you're second guessing yourself. Like, why the fuck did I say that? Why the fuck did I do that? Because your higher self was the only motherfucker that could get the job done. That's why they sent them in. And that's why the fuck you're second guessing it now in your 3D, because it didn't have shit to do with you, but it was for your highest good. That's a lot of, you know what I mean? Listen. All that shit that I just explained, I know it's hidden for y'all. And if you're wondering why, it's the universal energies at play, my G. Period. There was something that was blocking you moving into 2020. Moving into the rest of your motherfucking life, my G. It was something that was blocking you from your greatness. You were not perceiving it as a block. Ten of Wands. You had your head in the sand and you was just pushing through with these 10 wands. You wasn't even perceiving these wands to be a burden. You wasn't. So your spiritual gang sent in your higher self to alleviate these motherfucking 10 wands. So if you're second guessing some shit that you said or did that put the stamp on or finalized some shit, understand that all of that shit happened because it was supposed to happen and it's for your highest good. So just trust yourself, trust Source, and just keep it pushing, my G. Okay? Oh, the fuck K. Now let's start breaking down the specific energies that Source wants to speak to. Before I got the fucking question out, these cards popped out. And there are 3 different cards. First off, we have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like, okay, I was about to say, I feel like this is going to be our lane of love. But I don't. I feel like this will be the lane of water. So if you are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or a cusper, they just said. If you are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or a cusper, this is your lane over here, Knight of Cups. I know. Oh, y'all see my lights flickering? Now we have Page of Pentacles. So if you are Earth sign, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this is your lane. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you are Page of Pentacles. Then we have Seven of Wands. If you are fire energy, which is Leo, Sag, Aries. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I believe. Don't quote me on that shit. If you are Leo, Sag, Aries, I think, fire energy sign, this is your lane. Seven of Wands. So we, straight out the gate, we have water, earth, fire. I don't know why we did not get an air sign card, but the fuck we didn't. Okay? So I feel like I'm going to keep it going with this shuffle, and we'll see what comes out next. This one, Ace of Pentacles. So, Ace of Pentacles? Wow. Okay, so this is the card that they want to represent the air energy in this motherfucker. Ace of Pentacles, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the Pentacles is usually of the earth suit, right? But with this being the Ace of Pentacles, it's like this is the divine offer. Like this is the aces are about portals. We're talking about what happened with this 12-12 portal and what's going on with the universal energies right now. They want this to signify the air energy. Okay? So just right out the gate, with this being the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like air energy, because we're going to go back and break them all down, but I feel like air energy, you might have been moving slow with something that was divinely guided to you. Ace is a portal between dimensions. Something that is divinely guided or orchestrated, or it's divine. It's divinity. It's divine. It's something that's coming divinely. But also with this being the Pentacles, like the Pentacles is, yes, it does speak on the physical suit, like what's going on in your 3D world, but it's like I'm getting Knight of Pentacles with this. And Knight of Pentacles is like very slow moving. And then I was seeing a mountain here. I don't know if y'all can see that. You see that mountain right there in between the like arch? So that's why I was saying for air signs, I feel like something that has been divinely guided to your path, you're moving very slow towards it. It's like you're perceiving it as a mountain when it's really an opportunity. Like the mountain is not an actual physical mountain. It's like that's the amount of different possibilities that it could be. Like as big as, excuse me, air sign, as big as you perceive this mountain to be, this burden to be, is actually it's like that's the limitless to that shit. Like as big as you see this mountain in your 3D physical is as big as your possibilities are in the situation that has been divinely guided to you. I feel like numerous times, and you are ignoring the fuck out of it. Air energy. So water energy, I feel like you are very closed off. With this being the Knight of Cups representing y'all, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, I feel like you're very closed off. Because the Knight of Cups is like the cup, the knight that, it's like he got a cup, but he's like, look at my cup, bitch. You know what I mean? Like his pony, his horse is a pony. It's not really a horse. Like this is a motherfucker who kind of like think they too good, but I'm not feeling that in your energy, water sign. I'm feeling like you've had a lot of that. So it's like, that's why you are closed off. I feel like with this 12-12 portal and with all of the other planets going direct, what Source is trying to tell you, water sign, is trust love again. Love again. Like, some of y'all have been very closed off, and some of y'all need to, like with the air energy, you need to trust what is being divinely guided to you. So it's like, if you done been through a whole lot of these fuck niggas, and to where you done closed yourself off from motherfuckers completely because of so many fuck niggas that you dealt with, understand that if you are at that point and you have done the work and you are talking to God about this shit, trust whatever God is telling you. And 9 times out of 10, what God is trying to tell you is they not going to send you nobody else like this. So it is okay for you to trust, is what the fuck I'm hearing, water sign. It's don't be afraid to trust them and who the fuck they sending to you, and don't be afraid to trust yourself in the fact that you can love again and you are lovable. You feel me? Like, don't be so closed off that you block your blessing, my G. That's what I'm feeling for the water signs. It's like y'all I mean, but you know, you are the water carrier. You know, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So you have been through a whole lot of shit emotionally because you are the emotional fucking sign, my G. Scorpio in particular, you are the fixed cardinal sign. So it's like you have been through a lot of emotional shit. Don't let that shit, don't listen. Sometimes pain can affect you so deeply that it changes you. Source is trying to tell you, don't let it change you. Hit the reset button. Like, yeah, you done been through some fucked up shit, but everybody is not gonna fuck you over, water sign. You have to be able to trust enough to let a motherfucker in that will love you right. And it don't necessarily have to be a love thing. This is just in all aspects of your life. Let a motherfucker in that can help you advance in a financial way. Like if you trying to start a business or some shit, and this motherfucker over here got a little bit more knowledge about that thing, go over there and connect with this person. You know what I mean? Don't feel like everybody is gonna fuck you over because you have been so fucked over. Don't do that. Allow your like let the fucking wall down. You feel me? Like real shit. I just saw Donald Trump all in my face. That shit gave me a whole headache. But it's like you have to let the wall down a little bit so that you can progress beyond that shit, right? So with with Earth energy, the card that represents you is Page of Pentacles. So for my Toria, I don't know why I want to say Torios. For my Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, what Source is trying to tell you is, I feel like maybe you have struggled a lot financially. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you've had a lot of 3D physical struggles. Like I feel like y'all got a heart of motherfucking gold, and you'll go to distance, and it's like you for my Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns, you got all the shit that money can never buy. You have a great sense of loyalty, like a strong sense of self. Like you have all the things internally, but you can't alchemize what's inside with what's outside. If that makes sense. You feel me? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you in Earth energy, I feel like what Source is trying to say to you is you done been in a whole lot of fucked up situations where you had to trying to make $1 out of 15 cents type shit. Like it's been a lot of times where you have felt like you didn't know how you was gonna make it, and by the grace of God you have made it every time. And I feel like through the work that you're doing now and through this 12/12 portal, through these planetary alignments and coming into 2020, it's like you're moving beyond that. Page of Pentacles. It's like you're gonna manifest. It's like you plan for this shit. Is what the fuck I'm seeing. It's like all them times where you didn't have enough and you was just like, if I had this, I would do that. I feel like coming into 2020, all the times you said, if I had the X amount of dollars, I would do this, that, and the third to help everyone. You're getting the opportunity to do that coming into the new year. And with all of this different energy that's at play right now, you're getting the financial opportunity to make the change in the world that you want to see. Dopeness. Earth signs. Dopeness. So with the wands are the fire energy, which is Leo. Damn, I just had a whole fucking blank. Leo, Sag, Aries. My fire energy signs, with this being the Seven of Wands, I feel like it's been a lot of things that you've had to convince a motherfucker of. Seven of Wands. It's been a lot, like in your lifetime, fire sign, it's been a lot of, you've had to do a lot of explaining, right? It's been a lot of times when you was right and the motherfucker just could not see that. It's been a lot of things that you have had to overcome, like it is in the way of, because I feel like with this being your card, Seven of Wands, it's like, for my fire signs, y'all, it's your whole life has been about truth, period. And it's like a motherfucker asking you to keep it 100 and then they get offended. Like, this is what you've had to deal with your whole fucking life, Seven of Wands. It's like you trying to beat into a motherfucker's head like the truth or what's right. Or all of those things. Like, this has been your struggle in your life. Like, for real, I'm seeing. And then this nigga got on two totally different shoes. Like, I'm feeling like you done had to, like when I say fight for what's right and what you know is right, I mean that on several different levels. Like listen, some of y'all, cause it's a lot of different levels to this shit, my G. But I'm really being called to Sag and Leo specifically. Like a lot of y'all done been in situations where a motherfucker lied on you. Like literally lied on you. It can be something as small as somebody lied on you about something in the workplace and you might have lost your job and that affected you tremendously. Now you're getting the flip side of that coin. Like now you're getting a much better job with much better pay, way less hours type shit. Or it can go all the way up to the very top level of fucktivity. And it could be like someone physically harming you or taking from you, or you know what I mean, someone abusing you in some manner, my G. Somebody seriously violating you to some degree. And you stepping forward and speaking on that, and this motherfucker said, no, that didn't happen. Or, no, this motherfucker's lying. And for some reason, people chose to go with that. People chose to believe this person. You see what I'm saying? It can be whatever level you fall on. I feel like for my fire sign energies, y'all have had to do a lot. You had to defend the truth a lot. And a lot of times you feel, not that you fell short, but the motherfuckers around you did. So it was like you were constantly trying to prove the truth. And motherfuckers could never truly see that. I feel like coming into 2020, you are becoming victorious. To where you don't have to explain yourself as much and motherfuckers just kind of like understand you more. You don't have to fight so much to get a certain level of understanding. And like we were saying with the air sign, I feel like you've been running from shit your whole life. Now that we breaking this down even more, you've been running away from your highest good. Let me say that. You have been running from your highest good your entire fucking life, air energy. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I almost said Scorpio, and I don't know fucking why. Probably because Scorpio is like the it's like Scorpio is the water sign to Aquarius. I feel like they are the same coin, just two totally different sides. Aquarius and Scorpio. So that may be why I said that. Or you could have some Scorpio placement. I'm not sure. But what I'm saying here is with my air signs, I feel like you all have been running from your highest good for a long time. For a lot of y'all, it's just easier doing things that are fucking easy. The things that are for your highest good are not always easy. They are worth it. I just spit a little bit. Excuse me. But when it's, you don't want some shit that's too easy, air sign. You don't. If it's easy for you to get, it's going to be easy for you to lose. You don't want that shit. You don't want to keep dealing with that shit your whole fucking life. That's what the fuck you been dealing with your whole life, air sign. You ain't tired of that shit? I don't know why I'm going so hard on air sign. And I've been not so hard on my other ones, but I feel like it's because with you being an air sign, you are very much like the water signs. So it's like you do know. You know what I mean? Like you ain't the fool. That's why I can say you have been running from your highest good for a long time. Because you know what the fuck your highest good is. You could not be actively running from that shit if you didn't actively know what the fuck it was, right? Right. So, that's probably why I'm being a little harder on my air sign energies, because it's like with this 12-12 energy and everything else aligning, you are finally coming to the realization that shit don't serve you. And if you just gonna keep spending your fucking life running away from what's meant for your highest good, then you're gonna keep ending up with shit. And you're tired of eating shit sandwiches. It's about fucking time. Sorry, I love y'all air energy. Like, I'm a Scorpio, so it's like y'all are the yin to my yang. I really do love y'all. But, my nigga, air energy, I need you to stop running away from what's meant for your highest good. Because that's not only fucking you up, it's fucking up the motherfuckers around you, my G. For real. It's causing stagnancy all around the board. Like I feel like the game is set. The game is set. Eight of Wands wanted to come out. So I feel like for all of my signs in this reading, I feel like it's what's bringing you to this realization and through this blockage is communication. So you may be communicating with self, communicating with source. Some of y'all might be reaching out to psychics or card readers or whatever the fuck you call them, and whatever label you put on it for you, my G. It's some form of communication that's helping bridge the gap between who you were and who you are supposed to be in 2020, my G. Flat the fuck out. Okay? Okay. Moving on. Woo! Shit was heavy and hard right there. I ain't gonna stunt. So, let's get some animal oracle spirits. Where are we going? We are going here. Okay. But they want me to break these out with those too. So it's like they want me to bring these with those type shit. Let's see. Let me get a animal oracle spirit card out here for water signs.